Attention, is there a priest or any sort of holy person familiar with the undead or other...
30 seconds to air.
Well, howdy, I'm Donnie. Won't you please informate me how many players we have? Ah, the single-player experience. Why not? Go ahead and typo in your name. Okay, now here's what's going to happen, Stance. Questions will ameliorize before you. Select the boutonniere next to the correct answer. And you have to watch out for the timer that's ticking away. The more promptly you buzz in, the more regal tender you'll make. Or surrender.
We're almost at places. 10 seconds.
Best fishes!
Okay, let's have a gut check.
6, 5,
Go to black.
4, 3.
In your coffin.
Welcome to the game. My name's Cookie Masterson, and I'm afraid of zippers. Nobody wanted to play with you, huh? It's like grammar school all over again. And today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by
Fashion Barrel Barrelware. Comfort, freedom, style, and the faint smell of pickles. Wear your wood well.
Pick the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to win a fabulous prize and big cash. All right, let's do this thing. First up, I can't feel my potatoes. Oh, I love Pringles. You know what their slogan says? Once you pop, you can't stop. It's so true. If once you popped, you couldn't stop, and you decided to enter a 12-step program at Pringleholics Anonymous, what would be the first step? Weaning yourself away from Pringles, helping others with their... The first step of the 12-step program, as created by AA, is admitting you have a problem and are powerless to your addiction. For the record, I certainly don't have a Pringle problem. I only eat them at parties and nightclub bathrooms and in bed while watching old episodes of Love Connection. Open wide for make this your main profile question? Who would most likely use the famous surgeon's photograph as their main profile pic on Facebook? Albert Einstein, Dr. The famous photograph of Nessie poking her head out of the water is known as the surgeon's photograph because it was supposedly taken by a doctor. And since then, the photo has indeed proven to be doctored. By the way, Nessie enjoys water skiing, long walks on the beach at night, and playing Mafia Wars. Oh, and she's a diehard Christian. This one's known as Who Be You? Which arrangement of B words fills in the following blanks? Blank movie, blank Arthur, blank cool, Sloop John blank. B B B B, B B B B, B B movie, B Arthur, B cool, the 2005 movie starring John Travolta, and Sloop John B, the Beach Boys song. Hey Beach Boys, BB. One thing I'm very proud of is that I got straight B's in college, cause hepatitis C is the bad one, right? Everybody quattro, hey! Take a good look at vegetable. Which VeggieTales character would be classified as having an ectomorph body type? Bob the Tomato, Archibald Asparagus. Ectomorphs have thin, narrow chests and abdomens. Which is too skinny if you ask me. Personally, I prefer something with a little meat on its bones. Or any meat. Or bones. Like chicken wings. I'm hungry.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Next. Yo-ho, ow! And it's a dis or dat. I'm gonna read off 7 things, and for each one, tell me if it's a type of ab exercise, part of a pirate ship, or both. If it's an ab exercise, press the number 1. If it's part of a pirate ship, I understand, no need for instructions. Great. Flying, captain's, plank, ball bridge, keel, cable chops, foreboom. Nice 7-pack. Of course, the easiest exercise for a pirate to do is the amputated leg lift. That's all we got for round 1. And you're in pretty good shape for now. Remember, I'm doubling the value of each question in round 2. And don't forget, keep an eye out for the wrong answer of the game. It's still out there. Okay, we're bringing it on. Bucker up for I Can't Quit You movie franchise. Suppose they make a sequel to Brokeback Mountain set on the second tallest mountain in the world. What might it be called? Brokeback K2? The mountain known as K2 on the border of Pakistan and China is the second tallest mountain in the world after Mount Everest. Personally, I prefer Brokeback Mountain, the remount. Why not try? My accountant's a real joker. Why might an accountant use a Heath ledger to keep track of his nerves? Accountants use ledgers to keep track of things, like heath, a kind of shrubbery. And after a full day of shrubbery accounting, I'm sure he's pretty bushed.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
Here's one I like to call American literature is garbage. Okay, somebody sent in somebody's trash.
Looking through your trash bag. What's it say about you? Funky trash.
All right. This steaming pile of trash smells literary. Let's see what we can find. There's an ambulance driver's license from World War I, some Cuban cigar butts, and an empty bottle of foot cream specifically designed for six-toed cats. What famous author does this trash belong to? Mark Twain, John Stein? Ernest Hemingway was a volunteer ambulance driver in World War I, spent 20 years living in Cuba, and owned a collection of six-toed cats known as Hemingway cats. Let's see what else Hemingway threw out. Oh, what's this? A Farewell to Arms 2, Armless and Lovin' It. Jeez, I'll just put that back in the garbage.
Scrolling through the park with the sarsaparilla. For me,
Let's try. I'd like to make a reservation for 6.3 people, please. Based on the average household size in the United States, what might you expect to hear at one of these restaurants? Table for 2.6 at the Cheesecake Factory. Were you thinking of this one? The average American household is made up of 2.6 people, give or take an arm or a torso. Though if you base it on weight, that number increases significantly after eating at Cheesecake Factory. You're wrong! Wow, that was a lot more fun than a barrel of crackers. And speaking of barrels, you want a designer barrel courtesy of our sponsor, Fashion Barrel Barrelware. You're going to like the way you look. In a barrel, I guarantee it. In a barrel. This wrong answer of the game is worth $8,000 for you. Nice job.
Hold me, never let me go.
May I introduce fries or tater tots? Hey, did you know King Tut was just 9 years old when he became Pharaoh of Egypt? Probably still read the Egyptian funny papers every day. Considering which animal the Egyptians worshipped, which ancient comic strip character would King Tut have enjoyed the most? Garfield Hotep? The ancient Egyptians were known to revere and worship cats, like Garfield and Garfield Hotep. And they hated Mondays. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press 1. $4,000 for a right answer, $4,000 gone if you're wrong. And most importantly,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. A banana by any other name would smell as banana-y. Perhaps you know these foods by their aliases. Good luck. That's all she wrote! Wow, for that performance, you've won a milkshake, otherwise known as an artificially flavored concoction of bovine mammary secretions and pus. Enjoy!
You don't know Jack!
Good game, everyone. Donnie, what's next?
Hey, are you eager to play another round?
This week on
What government analysts are calling a